I've never seen a drug like ruin people's lives the way that I've seen benzos ruin people's lives.
There's a good year, maybe year and a half of my life, which I'll never get back, which I have barely any memory of.
We've come across several Instagram accounts that are super easy to find selling drugs, more specifically though, benzos. Now these are psychoactive drugs like Valium, and young people are using them recreationally a lot more than you might think, and the effects can be toxic. They're Class C, and even though they could be prescribed in some instances, their use recreationally is illegal. ITV News has discovered kids as young as 15 are buying them. Experts say they're being used to help deal with anxiety, social pressure, and as a cheap high on a night out. Yes, yeah, how you doing? You're right. We've spoken to Rick. He's asked us to change his name and his voice, and he's hiding his face. He used to deal benzos to a small group of people at uni to fund his dependence on the drugs. He wants to speak to us to warn others about their effects.
It's so easy to get addicted, and a lot of people don't realise how easy it is to get addicted to these things. It's just very easy to get a hold of, very cheap. You could maybe get, say, 5 diazepam for a £5. That might be the cost of a pint, and you could get a lot more messed up from 5 diazepam than a pint.
When you think back to selling people benzos, and does it make you feel thinking about the potential impact that could have had on others?
Knowing what I know now, I'm very guilty, because it's something that I've distanced myself from because of the impact it had on me.
What's your warning to someone who is going on a night out and someone mentions benzos, and it would be as simple as reaching for their phone and messaging someone on an Insta account?
You need to keep in mind that benzos, especially when combined with alcohol, will kill you. It's very, very easy to get sucked into this, and very, very difficult to get out again.
This is Danny, who agreed to meet us. Again, we've hidden his identity. He's taken benzos in the past, and still does occasionally. Why did you want to speak to us about this?
I just think it is a bigger problem than most people realise. I've never seen a drug, like personally, I've never seen a drug like ruin people's lives the way that I've seen benzos like ruin people's lives. So I think I was like 17, this was the first thing I took.
How much of a problem do you think it is amongst young people, and how easy is it to get hold of?
Yeah, it's really easy to get. You get accounts on Instagram.
And how much would it normally cost?
When I was getting it, probably like £1, £2.
If something comes in a sort of nicely designed package in a blister pack, I think it gives people much more of a sense of security than something that is maybe in a sort of grubby wrapper or a wee bag that's not marked. The shame and stigma around drug use prevents people having constructive conversations about it.
Other campaigners, like the Benzo Research Project, say more information and support could help to curb drug deaths. We reached out to the Department of Health and Social Care, who told us they weren't available for interview, but did say, any death from drug addiction is a tragedy, and we're taking action to get people the help they need, saying support around the use of benzos is available. And Meta, which owns Instagram, said the buying and selling of drugs is not allowed on the platform, and that they've removed the accounts we brought to their attention. They've introduced a new help feature which now appears if anyone searches for drug-related terms. It didn't take us long though to find other similar accounts that are still active. So while campaigners continue to fight for a different approach to dealing with drugs, do you know enough about benzos?